I've ranked my top 10 unique brooches, counting down from the newest to the absolute oldest, starting in the 1950s, travelling back through the Victorian era and finishing with a number 1 pick that is over 4,000 years old. Let's go back in time. Coming in at number 10 is this brooch. Now, it might be our least vintage, but it's still from the 1950s, so you can just imagine what our number 1 pick is going to be. This is pure mid-century craftsmanship. It features incredibly detailed hand embroidery on a cream fabric backing. Just look at those delicate pink flowers with tiny yellow French knot centres and the soft green leaves. It's all set in a classic silver-toned frame with a beautiful rope twist border. Taking the number 9 spot, we're going back in time to the Roaring Twenties. This is a true antique, dating from the 1920s or 30s, and it is a perfect example of Art Deco design. You have that classic sharp rectangular geometry, which was so revolutionary for the era. The base is a dramatic deep black polished onyx, all set in sterling silver. But the real star is the marcasite. Hundreds of tiny hand-set marcasites glitter around the frame, giving it a sophisticated, diamond-like sparkle that just defines the glamour of the Jazz Age. An absolutely stunning and timeless piece. This next piece, at number 8, is a true treasure from the 19th century, and it holds a beautiful secret. This is a genuine Victorian keepsake brooch crafted from real gold. Look at the magnificent dome design with that rich textured goldwork of leaves and delicate stars. It's set with a cluster of deep natural amethysts that just glow, but the most touching part isn't what you see. These were cherished as locket brooches. On the back, a secret glass compartment would have held a lock of a loved one's hair, a tender and deeply personal token of enduring love and memory. For our number 7, we have this incredibly stylish and unique piece. This is a vintage French brooch that is a true work of art. The main panel is made from lucite, and what you're seeing is a masterful technique called reverse carving. Those delicate pink roses were not painted on top. They were intricately carved by hand into the back of the clear panel and then hand painted. This technique gives it that amazing, three-dimensional, floating effect, set against a beautiful iridescent backing. It's a very luxurious design, set in a gold-tone frame and finished with a high-quality trombone clasp, which is a classic hallmark of vintage French jewellery. At number 6, we have a change of silhouette. This is a spectacular 19th century hat pin. In an era of massive, elaborate hats, these long pins were absolutely essential to keep them secured to a lady's hair. The head of the pin is just exquisite. It features this delicate openwork filigree that looks almost like golden lace. And it's incredibly playful, set with these vibrant multicoloured stones in red, blue and green. It's an interestingly shaped, functional piece of fashion history that adds a real pop of colour to the collection. We're halfway through our countdown at number 5 with this vibrant 19th century antique. This is a classic Victorian design in the shape of a bountiful grape branch. In that era, grapes were a powerful symbol of abundance, prosperity and celebration. Craftsmanship is lovely. Look at the textured gold leaves at the top that cascade down into a cluster of colourful open-backed stones. You have amethysts, topazes and sapphires all mixing together to catch the light. It's finished with a traditional C-clasp on the back, which is a signature hallmark of genuine 19th century pieces, a joyful and colourful slice of history. Landing at number 4 is this exquisite antique filigree brooch. The first thing you notice is that incredible metalwork. This open, lace-like design is typical of the late 19th century. Now, here is the proof of its age. Look at the pin mechanism. It's a simple open hook known as a C-clasp. There is no safety catch because they hadn't been invented yet. A hallmark that tells us this is a genuine piece from the 1800s. It's light, airy, and romantic, But pay close attention to the colour of the stones. That central stone is a deep, mesmerising sapphire blue, faceted to catch every bit of light, framed by matching smaller stones that add such a rich contrast to the gold tone. We are entering the top 3 with this spectacular example of late 19th century craftsmanship. This is a gold-plated showstopper, most likely dating specifically to the 1820s or 1840s. It features a bold, almost architectural design, completely encrusted with sparkling clear crystals. These are antique paste stones meant to mimic diamonds, highlighted by those 4 vibrant deep pink accents. When you look at the back, the dating becomes concrete. You see this long pin and the simple C-clasp? That specific mechanism without a safety lock is a definitive hallmark of the late Victorian era, confirming its place in history. And now, at number 2, we have a true masterpiece. This isn't just jewellery, it is a miniature work of art. This is likely a Grand Tour souvenir, painted by hand on a gold plate. Look at the incredible detail of these classical Roman ruins and that tiny figure in the foreground. It captures the romanticism of travel from a bygone era. But just how far back are we going? I'm turning it around so you can see the evidence. Ignore the solid backing for a moment and look at the pin stem. Do you see how long it is? It actually extends beyond the edge of the frame. This is known as an extended pin stem. It was designed this way to pierce through the heavy, thick fabrics, like velvets and brocades, that were worn in the Georgian era. So, how old is this piece actually? Because of that specific pin construction and the painting style, this is older than everything else we've seen. This dates back to the late 1700s or very early 1800s. Finally, we have arrived at number 1. This isn't just the oldest piece in the collection. It is ancient in a way that is hard to even wrap your head around. At first glance, you see a silver frame. That part is Victorian, made in the 19th century, but that frame was built specifically to house something precious found by a traveller inside rests. A genuine, ancient Egyptian amulet of Taweret. She is the hippopotamus goddess, the fierce protector of fertility, childbirth, and the home. She stands upright, a silent guardian from a lost civilization. I'm turning it to the side now. Do you see that small hole running horizontally through the shoulders? That is the key. It proves this wasn't originally a brooch. For centuries, this was worn on a cord around the neck as a protective talisman. Looking at the back, you can see the respectful way the Victorian silversmith mounted it. He used just 2 thin silver bars to gently secure the amulet without drilling into it or damaging it, perfectly preserving the integrity of the artifact. Now, look at the texture of the stone. The timeline here is staggering. Taweret amulets were used from the Old Kingdom right through to the Roman period. That means the centerpiece of this brooch is anywhere from 1,700 to over 4,000 years old. It has survived sands, empires, and millennia to end up here. A breathtaking collision of the ancient world and Victorian history and our undeniable number 1. From the 1950s all the way back to ancient Egypt, thank you for taking this journey through history with me. If you love discovering unique vintage treasures, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next collection. Thanks for watching.